¿Qué pasó, güey? It's your homeboy Quetzalcoatl with another video. Today we're going to talk about the Robert the Ghost Guerrero versus Selçuk Aydin fight that just took place right now a couple minutes ago. A very exciting motherfucking fight. Man, I was just very unexpected what happened. But first let's get into the undercard, which was Shawn Porter versus Alfonso Gomez. Shawn Porter is an up and coming fighter. You know, he's a contender. Hasn't yet fought elite competition. But Alfonso Gomez is sort of like that stepping stone. You know, Alfonso Gomez has never quite been a champion, a true champion. He's always been at the contender status, and at this point in his career, he's pretty much just a gatekeeper for up-and-coming fighters to see whether or not they have the skills or the ability or the heart to last against an elite fighter. And Shawn Porter passed the test today because this was a great fight. It was a great undercard that we had to. Shawn Porter in the first early in the round, early in the fight, he got cut, and that cut really made him uncomfortable. He was doing very well before that, and as soon as he got cut, you saw that he began backing up. Alfonso Gomez started becoming more accurate with that right hand. He started catching Shawn Porter with some clean right hands, and Showtime was saying that Shawn Porter didn't look hurt, but at times Shawn Porter looked like he was getting rocked. But Shawn Porter showed a lot of heart in this fight, and even late in the fight when he got a huge motherfucking cut over his other eye, and he was able to fight for those last 2 rounds with that huge gash over his motherfucking eye. Alfonso Gomez, again, saying with the way he is right now, the way his career is going, I think he put up a hell of a fight against a fighter who's very gifted, but fought the wrong strategy in this fight. Shawn Porter would be aggressive in the wrong moments in the fight when he should have been boxing and moving around against Alfonso Gomez and slowly breaking him down. He chose to try to brawl with him, and he gave Alfonso Gomez a lot of opportunities to land, and he started cracking. Gomez started cracking Shawn Porter with some huge shots, and that's what had Porter, backing up and trying to change the strategy, and that had him even more nervous, in the ring, aside from the cut. But again, Shawn Porter showed a lot of heart in this fight. I would like to see him fight step up to the next level in his weight class. 2 opponents that I'm thinking of right now would be James Kirkland or El Perongulo. If El Perongulo can get past all the motherfucking bullshit that's going on with him right now, they doing some fucked up shit to El Perongulo. If you don't know what's going on, go ahead and look it up on YouTube or Google it and stuff like that. If he can get out of this situation, hopefully he can get a fight with Shawn Porter, and I think that'd be a hell of a fight. And Shawn Porter would really have to be more of a boxer in that fight than try to brawl with Pedro Angulo. Because if he uses his strategy against Pedro Angulo, I don't think it would be good for Shawn Porter. Against James Kirkland, I think that would be a great fight, because James Kirkland, for some reason, his motherfucking jaw, it shows up sometimes, and sometimes, he forgets to bring it and shit. He left it at home. Because, you saw when he got knocked out, he got knocked down, 3 times in the first round and got stopped. And even with the Pedro Angulo fight, where he ended up winning by knockout, he was hurt in that first round pretty bad. But you've also seen him in fights where he's got a monster motherfucking chin. So depending on which chin shows up for James Kirkland, I think that would be a hell of a fight against Shawn Porter. But I'm definitely excited to see Shawn Porter in the future in his next fight. As far as the main event, we had Robert the Ghost Guerrero against Selçuk Aydin. Again, this was also a great fight. Robert the Ghost Guerrero stepping up. 2 weight classes. He's fighting at 147 now, and he's fighting for an interim title, the interim WBC title. before the fight, they showed this whole clip with his about his wife, who was going through cancer, and that's it's a pretty messed up situation for anybody to be going through, and luckily she's been able to get through all that. But it gave you an insight into Robert Guerrero's life, into his mindset going into this fight, because he's also been delayed, his fights. He's had a lot of inactivity. He hasn't fought in over a year because he's also coming off his shoulder surgery. At times, he's also had to delay fights because of what was going on with his wife. But he came into this fight. He was just out boxing Aydin, and Aydin, you could see that he had a huge power advantage in this fight. Every time that Aydin was landing huge punches, Guerrero had a chin. He showed a chin, but you could see that it just felt like he was just one punch away from going down. But Guerrero was able to keep boxing. He's a slick fighter. He's not like a conventional Mexican fighter. Most Mexican fighters are just like bar brawlers. And matter of fact, Aydin was fighting more of a traditional Mexican style. Kind of like motherfuckers just in a bar and shit. Somebody talk shit and then they could just start letting off. That's the way Aydin was fighting. But the slickness of Robert the Ghost Guerrero was able to help him throughout this fight, because there were a lot of moments in the fight where Aydin was landing huge punches, and you would wonder whether Guerrero would be able to stand up to those punches. During the end of the fight, you could see he was very tired, but he showed a lot of heart. I don't know if it was a situation that he's going through right now, but I'm definitely sure that was part of his motivation that was going into that fight. But you could see that he just said fuck it and he took it balls to the wall. If he was gonna get knocked out, he was gonna get knocked out. But he just he outworked Aydin. And even in the moments when Aydin had Guerrero hurt, Guerrero would continue to throw punches. Towards the end of the fight, he was tired, and he continued, kept holding, and I gave those rounds to Aydin, and I had this fight a lot closer than how Showtime and the judges had it. I had Guerrero winning by 1 point. This was a very close fight, but I still feel that Guerrero did enough to win this fight. I don't think that Guerrero should be fighting at 147. I think that this is an interim title. It's nothing really to say he's a true champion, because this was Mayweather's title and he never lost it. But it's gonna look good on paper, as far as history goes, with Robert Guerrero, winning a title in another division. But I think that he should go down a division, which would still be a weight division higher than what he's usually fighting at 140. I think at 140 he could be an effective fighter. I think he would have a hell of a fight against Lucas Matisse, who is somewhat similar to Aydin but has much better boxing skills and huge power and a great chin. That would be a war. But if Robert Guerrero wants to be a superstar in this sport, I think that he should go down and fight at 140, because at 147, if he fights Mayweather, I don't think I think he would fare well. You saw that he would fight with heart, but I think that Mayweather would probably end up winning a decision, probably knock him down during the fight, because it's just the weight. You can see that he's not really too strong at 147. He still has the skills. He can, he has good footwork. He has decent defense. He was getting caught with some good shots, but he still had some good defense because he was moving around a lot in that ring. But the power, he just really doesn't have the power to hurt people, to knock people out or wear people down. At 147, at 140, he'd probably be able to break people down a lot easier and be a lot more effective, and people wouldn't be able to just bully him around in that ring, because if you fight somebody else at 147, some of the champions in that weight division. They're gonna be hard fights for him because of the weight advantage. But nonetheless, it was a great motherfucking fight. Hit the like button, subscribe button, do that shit, and this is Quetzalcoatl signing the fuck out.